Yo. All right, so I'm about to head out into the St. Patrick's Day parade here in the city. Um, where I'm from, this is a big freaking deal. Everybody in OV is out here for this event. So um, we gonna run out. We gonna take some photos, take some video, really put the A7C Mark II through its paces. I'm gonna shoot mostly 40 mil. I've been really ever since I got the Viltrox 27 mil for APS-C, I've really been loving the 40 mil focal length. Specifically, I love that lens, but the Viltrox 40 mil 2.5 is really good too, and it's tiny and compact. And I feel like I can't really have that gigantic lens out running around when there's so many people around. And I feel like, I feel much more comfortable with like this little rangefinder style camera. It's clearly a camera, it's clearly a digital camera, but it doesn't look intimidating or like professional. It just looks like I'm out with a camera taking pictures, which is what I want, especially in the city. Listen, I love my town, but folk catch you slipping, they catch you slipping, and I try to keep my eyes peeled, and that's why I wanted something like this rather than the FX30 out today, is so that I'm not putting a target on me, you know what I mean? But you'll see. I think this will be good, so we'll see. All right, how's that? There we go. Check 1, 2. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that works. That works well. The boys is out here. One of the best things about the city is every St. Patrick's Day, there's a huge festival. Can't really, Every St. Patrick's Day, there's a huge festival out here. And it doesn't matter on the day, the weekend, whatever. It's every Saturday. It's that Saturday every year. At least since I was a kid. Probably longer. There used to be a whole bunch of bars and stuff on the Ocean View waterfront that all kinds of this, parties and stuff. It's 10 o'clock, people be drunk already. Once you live here long enough, you learn that you can't really park over there. So that's why I'm walking. Found some beach parking, and now we hoofing it the rest of the way. But yeah, we'll see. See people rolling, going everywhere. Hope can't drive as usual, but yeah. Whew. There we go. Check this out. Oh my God. There's so many folk out here today, right? Let's see. It's crazy how many people are out here right now. It's normal for OV, but it just seems like oh man, here we go. Hey. Hey. Kill it. Kill it. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Test this. Come on. Hey. There we go. Hey. All right. We got through most of it. I would love to stay for the whole thing, but it don't really wrap up till 1. I gotta shoot later, so I gotta go recharge. And if you don't leave it a good time, you never be able to actually get out of here. They usually let folk go in waves. So it'll be good though. I'm done before this charge up. Before the next thing. There's a boat down here. Oh. Okay. Back at it again. Yeah, so I think it went well. I think it's real overcast and kind of gloomy today. so everything was real easy to expose. Um, there wasn't a whole lot of thing. Wasn't a whole lot of like exposure issues. The one problem I did have, I didn't lose focus on people's faces, but when there are a ton of people, I noticed I feel like I should turn off face detect autofocus on these cameras when there's a lot of people around, because it made it nearly impossible to focus. So I finally, I was trying to shoot in rangefinder mode. I was trying to shoot with the screen off and just think about it like a rangefinder that happened to do video, and run around and do shots that way, street photography wise. And it worked pretty well, I think. But I realized, I learned, turn off face detect autofocus if you're in a large crowd, or if there's a lot of like stuff moving at you, because it locked on focus and was really tight on focus when I wanted it to focus on the people in front of me, like instead of what was happening in the parade. When I wanted to focus on people, it was great. And then every other time when I wanted to focus on the parade, it got more and more, like progressively more and more difficult as more stuff started happening, to focus on what I actually wanted to focus on. So I think the video did really well. Like, I don't feel like I had that problem at all. Had a problem at all with the video. I feel like that worked out really well. But photo wise, I think next time something like this happens, I think next time I go out for something like this, we just use a little bit of caution with the face detecting. But it was good. I'm glad I did this. I was not going to go out because there was too many people, and it was wild. But I wanted to test the camera in a spot where it would kind of like really be pushing the type of stuff that I do. Because like portraits and stuff aren't going to push this. Like the stuff that I normally shoot isn't going to push this. And it's not going to push me as a photographer. But this, like going out to events like this, like I used to shoot concerts and stuff, but I was on stage. I was pressed. I was on stage. I was backstage. I was in the front row. So I wasn't doing like this kind of stuff where I'm not involved in the event at all. I don't have, my church used to do the parade every year until COVID shut us down, and then we just haven't been back. But like this is one of the first years in a while that I haven't been like in the parade, that I've been at the parade, and shooting it from this side, from the like patron side, is way different from like being in the parade and being able to shoot that way. So we'll see how this turns out. I think I got a couple of shots that I'm really excited to see, and then I got some good like clips that I'm excited to see how they turned out. So I mean, you'll have seen them. I'm not editing the color grade at all. I think maybe I'll do a little bit of push and pull depending on what we need color wise, but I think I'm gonna just leave it like Cinetone, just like I have it here, and just see how that like worked out, because I think that if everything kind of worked according to the way that I had planned it out, that will be pretty good. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this turned out, and I was really excited to use this. I actually really liked using it. I used the EVF a ton. I used the EVF as kind of as a way to kind of like monitor the scene, see what was going on around me, as well as shoot. So like I was able to like use the crop mode to like jump into a part of the frame that I couldn't get to without that. So I'm glad that I put that dedicated button there, because even if I'm losing a little bit of resolution, I'd rather get the shot than not get the shot. And I think I learned that through this, because I was worried about like shooting with the 27 in crop mode on this and being like, and losing that resolution and stuff. But I'd rather get the shot that I want than not. Now I am gonna bring the ZVE10 or the FX30 to the shoot later. So, you know, I might just leave it on there and do it that way. But I really feel like I won't be losing that much from doing, I mean, like most of this stuff's going on social media anyway. I'm not going to lose that much if I do it that way. I'm going to go pick up my Peak design. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to yell at you. I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the everyday bag later. Why is my ISO on auto? What happened? I'm going to get the everyday bag later, but I did scoop up 2 Peak design bags. I've been looking for a bag to carry this around with. Like I was trying to find one bag that it could be my all-in-one bag and everything could go in there. So I got the Peak design every day. We'll see how that works. But I'm really impressed with this. This is the Peak design 3-liter sling, I think. Yeah, it's the small one. It's the tiny one. Only thing I got in there right now is this camera and lens. This is the 20 mil, and then the 40 mil Viltrox. Just these 2 lenses. I brought this one specifically for this, for the car shots, for the vlogging, and I brought the 40 to do literally everything else. And I think it worked out pretty good. But the bag itself was great. It's really well built. I actually was able to like wear it for like, I've been out here for an hour and a half, and I like was able to protect my stuff and keep it like near me, but like it didn't like get in the way. I wasn't like worried about like a backpack or nothing. It just kind of was there. I feel like it worked out pretty well, and I think that like as long as I know I'm carrying this stuff around, this will work. But I still want a cooler looking bag. Like I like the way that this looks, but I want two things. I want it to look a little bit cooler because this is like obviously, it's not obviously a camera bag, but there's obviously something in there, right? Like it's like that look, there's some tech in there. And I kind of want something a little more inconspicuous. And then 2, I kind of want something leather. So we might invest in a leather one, a leather sling. But 2, I want something that can fit my iPad mini, because I feel naked without it. I have it with me, it's in my bag, which is locked up in the trunk, but like I didn't have it on me. It was fine. Like nobody asked me about like, wait, what you doing or anything, because everybody was part of the beauty of the St. Patrick's Day parade is everybody drunk. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, everyone's drunk, except for the children. And even some of them are probably drunk, but like everybody's lit. So like nobody was really like worried about what I was doing too much, except for this one lady who was guarding the tree. She said she was lit. She was tore up. This lady was gone, bro. But other than her, everything, nobody was really like paying attention to what I was doing. They were just like pictures. Every once in a while I'd get somebody that would pose for a picture, and I love that. That's always a blessing. Yeah, I feel like just having these 2 lenses, having the bag, I got a spare battery in here, had my ND filter, had a snack, some medicine, and all that in the bag, and that's all that I had. And I felt pretty prepared. I felt pretty good about that. You know, I just feel like I need a slightly larger bag that I can carry like one more thing in, which is the iPad mini. And then like the power brick and stuff. I feel like having a little power brick would be good. So maybe I'll get like a really slim power brick to carry around. I have my big boy in the back as well. I feel like I should like probably bring my like a slimmer one. So maybe I'll look into that. But in the meantime, Viltrox 20 mil, the Viltrox 40 mil, and the A7C is a great combo. And of course, I had my jacket on, so I was able to just stash the Osmo Pocket 3 in the jacket. The walking shots will be from the Osmo Pocket 3 because I felt way more comfortable walking and talking to the Osmo than I did with this. But I had them both out, you know, at certain points, and it felt really good to just be able to stop, grab the cams, take a couple pictures, throw it back in the bag, and not be carrying a giant backpack for once. But we'll see. I think we'll see how the Peak Design everyday bag like fits into the vibe, because it might be these two things going with me on the shoot. The Peak Design mini, like the small sling, and the backpack, and just having one camera in the backpack that I'm not using as much, one camera in the sling, maybe two lenses in the sling, camera on the neck and the camera in the hand, and some other stuff in the backpack. We'll see. But what I will say is the sling is clutch for this kit specifically. I think if I was trying to do something else, like if I was maybe I would say like stick the 85 in there instead of this. But honestly, if I, especially if I'm bringing the Osmo Pocket 3, but honestly, I think like having this, so that I can do the vlog stuff, 20 mil, and then having the 40 mil to do the rest of the stuff is probably the move. So like, I think from now on, even if I don't bring the everyday bag, like if I don't feel like bringing a bunch of camera gear wherever I'm going, or a bunch of audio gear wherever I'm going, like if I'm just going on a ride, and I don't want to bring my whole bag with everything in it, I'm definitely going to bring this sling, unless I can find one that is a little bit bigger so that I can put my iPad mini in it. And once I do that, if I find one that I can stick my iPad mini in, it's just going to be those three, the camera and those two lenses and the iPad mini. And I feel like I'll have everything covered. And I'll be able to like move a little more freely without like a big old backpack on. And I still have my backpack in the trunk. Like I still have all my stuff, my medicine and everything that I need, right? I just don't need it all the time, and I don't need to be walking around with it all the time. I have my inhaler in my pocket. The denim jacket has inside pockets where I stashed the Osmo, which was a great shout. That was a good call. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna slide. I'm gonna grab my bag. I'm gonna charge up, meet my friends for lunch. Then we're gonna go shoot. And yeah, all in all, I think we're just gonna stick with these two cameras today for like video and photo, just to see how everything works. I think I'm gonna bring the ZV-E10 specifically to use the 27 at that shoot, because the 85, the 40, the 20, I think I have like most stuff covered full frame with that. And then the 27, I'm really excited to use. So I'll either use that on the ZV-E10 or I'll use it on here. But I think it's gonna live on the ZV-E10. Like it's just gonna live there, or the FX30. Like one of those two cameras will always have that lens on it. I don't know whatever they put in that joint, man. They put their foot in it. Viltrox put their foot in that lens. It really made me stop and think, like, man, do I want to buy the Sony the Sony 40 mil little one, because the aperture ring is so clutch. I knew that I would love an aperture ring, because my 50 mil 1.8 Olympus, my favorite lens of all time, the 50 mil 1.8 has the aperture ring, and I love using that, but it's manual focus. Having the aperture ring and autofocus might be the way. So even though this Viltrox lens is great, it might be the wave to spend the extra cash to get the aperture ring, the custom button, and the manual focus switch. It's a lot of extra money, and I don't think the image quality is any better. It's a little better, but it's not much better. Not $300 better, but it's a little better. But what is worth $300, apparently, to me, is all of the switches and manual functions. And I think that on a rangefinder style body like this will make this camera like ridiculously good. But especially for the ZV-E10, it's so good to have that aperture ring, because I only have 2 dials. This is not a huge deal because there is an aperture dial. there's a dial that I have set for aperture on the front of the camera, but the other way, yeah, no, I think that it might be worth the buy. But yeah, I'm gonna go grab this stuff and charge up and everything, and then I'll meet you out at the next shoot in a minute. Peace.